All right, as you know, the NBA draft is taking place a week from tonight. The Pistons with the 5th pick. And there are rumblings that some of the big-name stars, at least 2 of them, might be available for trade before or during the draft.
Yes.
And those 2 are Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards and Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans.
Uh-huh. You remember a few years ago when the Pelicans won the draft lottery?
Oh, yes.
And seeing the room, the excitement, the exuberance that they exuded. And we're just, this is going on 4 years later, and they're trying to unload him?
Yeah, because he's become a load to deal with. Because he's unhealthy.
He's missed more games than he's played in his NBA career.
Right.
And
when he plays, he's outstanding.
Yeah, he can be very good. But the problem is if you can't be on the floor, then your value is 0.
Correct.
And I think that was some of the concern coming out is most people believed he was the best player in that draft.
Oh, yeah.
And they would have been jumping for joy with Zion, just like they were with Wembanyama this year, and probably more so with Wembanyama. But the concern was, can an athlete of his size, his stature, can he remain healthy throughout the course of an 82-game season, a playoff run? And to this point, the answer's been no. Now, Gov, you brought up an interesting point earlier. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Don't know Zion Williamson from anybody. But how excited do you think he was to go play in New Orleans for that franchise? And is he possibly just simply trying to get out of there?
I mean, I said that I've always been a little suspicious of him and sitting out, taking it easy, especially the year he sat out the entire year.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always just felt like my guts just always told me that he didn't want to be there. And I know he signed his first contract there.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty normal in the NBA.
Yeah.
And then usually you see movement after the second, either via trade or if they reach free agency.
Yeah. And as we've noted, he's been very active with his free time.
Well, right. Now, that's the other thing. You got that, which we can't really get into too much.
We did already.
X-rated. But also the eating.
Yeah.
You know, he just doesn't seem like he's taking it serious. But is that intentional or is it just that's just who he is? Either way, I don't know. I've never felt like he would ever finish his career there. I just don't know if he's not if he's a lighter version of Greg Oden who's just going to break down.
I don't know.
Or he's already played more than he did.
You know,
yeah, but still, he's
not been a lot more productive.
I don't know why you wouldn't be there. They have a really look who's else is on that. C.J. McCollum was a great acquisition by them. Brandon Ingram is there. Valanciunas is pretty good. I mean,
when he played this year, look how good they were good. They were leading the West.
They were leading the West, and then he got hurt. And you mentioned this contract. Yeah, he's only going to be making 13. He only made $13 million this year. Next year, 33.5, 24.25, 36.1. The following year, 38.8, and then in 2026-27, $41,540,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just don't. I don't know. That's what you have to accept if you're going to go get him.
Right. So.
No, my answer is no. I don't want Zion.
Okay. I understand why.
If it were to pay off and he were to have 82 games where he was healthy, that's a game changer.
Right. I don't think the Pistons have enough that would even entice New Orleans, though, even if they want to get rid of him.
It just depends how bad they want out from Zion.
Right.
Are they
what about like Duran and picks?
I don't think that'd be enough.
I don't know if it's enough because what I've heard last night or read about the rumors is that they're shopping it to somebody who has a top 3 pick.
Right, like Portland, probably.
Yeah, and obviously it's not going to be San Antonio. San Antonio's not giving up one,
Perfect
so it's 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Odin and Odin.
Yeah. Charlotte would make sense because, they don't need Scoot because they have Ball right there, and but then again, yeah.
Where's he? And he's from South Carolina.
He's from the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. I don't know if this is fair. I hate doing this with athletes. I've just always felt like he has sandbagged a little bit his NBA career.
Although there are a lot of people who thought he could have come back this year, and when especially they were doing that playoff put to try to like stay around, stay relevant. And Brandon Ingram had a great season.
Yeah. And the question is, okay, if he wanted out of New Orleans and is quote unquote sandbagging it, who's to say that if you give up a boatload of draft capital and players and you pay him that amount of money in a year or two, is he going to look and say, you know what, this isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I want out of here too.
Yeah, and then as far as Bradley Beal goes, I think if the Pistons were closer, then you might do something like that.
It doesn't feel like his age fits with the direction this team is
no,
or where they're at right now.
Look at his contract. Oh my God, I didn't realize. I mean, I know it was big. 46 next year, 50 the year after, 53 the year after that, and 57 player option in 2026-27.
So my answer went from no to hell no.
Exactly.